let's go to one of the application. Example, I'll say google.com, right? So let's talk about manual testing first, then we'll go to the automation later, right? Okay. Now, can you tell me, if you are working in a Google company and somebody asks you to test this application, how do you test it? How do you test it? What you will do? What is your approach?
Open the application in the browser.
Hey, hold on a second. First, you need to follow something. Am I right? You cannot simply open the application and test it. Right?
No.
Install the
Will you document it or not?
Write a test case first.
Yeah.
Will you write a document or not? Okay. So before that, we follow something called STLC. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
What is STLC?
Software test life cycle.
Software test life cycle. Out of that, what is the first step?
Requirement collection.
Am I talking about software development life cycle or software testing life cycle?
Software testing.
Okay. I hope are you not getting confused with that? I don't know. There may be you are new to something. I hope you know SDLC also. Software development life cycle. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell me what are the stages in software development life cycle?
Requirement
Collection.
requirement design.
Feasibility study.
Design.
Feasibility study. Very good.
High level design.
Design.
I just go with an option called design.
Yeah.
All type of design.
Coding.
Coding. Okay.
And testing.
Installation.
Deployment.
Testing and then deployment.
Deployment. Right? Or installation and maintenance like this. Right? As a part of this SDLC, we have a process called testing. Right? For that, we follow a process called software testing lifecycle. Right? Tell me what we do in software testing lifecycle. Are you going to collect the requirement once again?
No.
No. So what you should do? It's a different process altogether. Tell me, what is the software testing lifecycle all about? What it does first? There may be different terminology you may use it here. Can I say first we'll understand the application or the requirement?
Yes.
I use a word called system study. What's the first step?
System study.
System study.
Now, once we understood the application, will you go for feasibility study, checking whether I can test it or not? In development, there is a feasibility study. I can develop it or not. Do we do the same thing? Whether we test it or not? No.
No.
Anything on this earth can be tested, provided as long as you have everything in place, right? Okay. So we come up with so many processes are there. I'll cut short it. We come with an option called test plan. The second process,
Test plan.
Then after that,
Test
plan
case.
is ready.
Test cases.
Very good.
Right.
After test case is ready,
Traceability matrix.
that is, we'll update it. In test case itself, there is one small life cycle is there. Test case life cycle. I'm not talking about
Bug life cycle.
Yes.
Okay. Let's not do that.
And
Tell me what
yeah,
it is.
test execution
Execution.
and defect tracking.
Yes, there is one more cycle. Defect life cycle comes here. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
The test
Defect
environment.
tracking.
All those is part of test execution. In test case execution, all environment setup, blah blah things, it comes into picture. I'm just skipping it. I'm going at a very high level. After defect tracking,
Regression test.
Retesting.
Retest. Regression.
Test report.
Okay.
Or else retrospect meeting.
we do postmortem. Am I right?
Yes.
Different types of testing is there. Friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we say write test case, different types of test case we write it. Am I right? Functional test cases, integration test cases, system test cases. Like this, we write it.
Yes.
Something functional test case, a non-functional test case also we write it. Am I right?
Yes.
Can you give me an example for non-functional testing?
Performance testing.
Very
Security.
good. Performance,
Security testing.
security, very good.
Load.
Can I say usability?
Usability.
Yeah.
Like this, so many things are there. I'm not concentrating on it. I'm concentrating only these functional testing. There we have different types. Now I have a simple question. Have you heard about regression testing?
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
Yes. Sir.
So let's see that here. Okay, help me out for the process. Observe this. First time when developer develops the application, okay, who is that new joinee in my batch?
Maybe.
Okay. Developers develop the application. Hey, please be on mute. Please be on mute. Please be on mute. Okay. So future software engineer already joined my batch. Please wait. Still you have a lot of time. So developer develop the application and give it to testing team, right? He will give it to testing team. That's a QA. Testing team, what they do, they test everything and ensure that it's working fine. They do
It's been 1
functional
minute.
testing,
I will send you.
integration testing, system testing, and so on and so forth. They do that here. Now, this is build number 1.0. Now, is there any chance developer will give one more build?
I created
possible?
both tests for the, all 3 students.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
After
yes.
testing the bug,
Possible?
one more
Why
version.
developer will give one more build? What is the
One
reason?
GP test and one TP and
Suppose
one
if any
GLPM will
issues
be there.
Disturbance.
Somebody speaking. I don't know. They are in the 2-2 world. Sorry, too much of noise today. All of a sudden. Okay. So, is there any chance? Okay, all of you, my kind request. Please answer in the chat. I'll just respond. That's always better. So, please answer your chat. Okay. Please answer please give answer in the chat. That's a better. Super. And so I believe it is not nothing important looking at my face. You might not concentrate. I'll disable my video, right? So you just concentrate on the screen, right? I hope everybody's fine with that. Super. Now, so is there any chance developer has already given build number 1.0? Is there any chance developer will give the build 1.1? Yes or no?
Yes.
Chances are there, sir.
Please try to answer it in the chat so that we will avoid the noise, too much of noise. All of you, please be on mute. Answer it in the chat only. That's always a better. Yes. Chances are there. Reason is why. Why? Ping me. Why developer will give one more build even though he has already given 1.0? What are the reasons for giving the new build? I want answers from everybody. Very good, Sharath. So one person said bug fix. Very good. Sunil's okay. Yes, Rupali, very good. Madhuri, very good. Sukanya, very good. Mukta, very good. So one is bug fix. Second one is new feature. Very good. New feature. Very good. Number 3. Pushpak, very good. Okay. So modification of the features. Very good. Very good. Vidya, very good. So bug fixes, new feature, modification for the existing feature. Okay. And can I say deletion of the old feature? Delete old feature. Yes. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Right. So like this, there will be so many reasons will be there for the developer gives a new build. But my question is, okay, already build is tested, developer give one more build 1.1. So what testing team should do? What testing team should do? So testing team should retest this build. Retest this build. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Retest this build. Yes. Okay. And that retesting is also called as one more word. A beautiful name they give it. I hope all of you know that. That is called as regression testing. Right? Regression. Of course, there is a fundamentally there is a difference between retesting and regression testing. So repetitively testing the same feature again and again, that is called as regression testing. Now, regression testing has an advantage also. Regression testing has a disadvantage also. Right? Let me focus more on disadvantages of regression testing. Disadvantages. Can you please ping me the disadvantages? Disadvantages of regression testing. Pramila, very good. Bandanamas, very good. It is time taking, time consuming. Yes, perfect. Madhuri, need to test same feature again and again. Correct, but let us use one terminology here. Okay. So what is that? It's a monotonous, tedious. Yes, very good. Okay. So a lot of human effort is required. Lot of effort is required. More effort is required. Yes. Like this, there are so many disadvantages you can list it, but there are two things that we should never forget. One is it is time taking and it takes a lot of effort. Right? When I say a lot of effort, more engineer is required. When we say more engineer, we need more money. Am I right? We need more money, right? Lot of money is required. Of course, that will shoot up the cost of the project. And we may not release the project on time. So there will be a delay in the release. That will cost too much of money, right? There will be a penalty. And so you need to keep writing new test cases. So many things will be there. So the question is, in order to reduce this regression test cases, can I skip it? Practically, you cannot skip it. You have to test it. Now, to save the time, can I hire 100 engineers in one day and test all the application? Is it a feasible idea?
No.
No.
First of all, if you start announcing the requirement, by the time they will conduct interview, do you think all the engineers will join immediately today only?
No.
So there is something called notice
No,
period.
sir.
It will come after 3 months. Am I right? 2 months, 3 months, they'll commit. So, but my requirement is what? I want those engineers to join immediately, right? So these are all the practical challenges we have it here. Regression testing is very important. Neither we can skip nor we can ignore it. It's a very painstaking process. So here my question is, when I say regression test cases, does it involve, most of the cases, does it involve testing of old feature or testing of new feature? When I say regression testing,
Old feature.
Old
Feature.
correct?
Yes.
That means same feature, there are no much changes in the functionality, same functionality, but just because there is a modification, there is a defect fix second, we have to retest it. Am I right?
Yes.
So this is the best way. Instead of doing it manually, you better go for automation.
Automation.
What is the best solution for regression testing?
Automation.
Automation.
Okay, so this is not a beautiful image. I'm not going to save it. Let us quickly recall it, observe it. Point number 1. What is regression testing?
The execution of same old test cases for the old features.
Testing the old feature again and again is regression testing. Am I right?
Yes.
What are the major issues with the regression testing?
Time
More
consuming.
time consumption and lot of effort.
It requires a lot of time and it requires a lot of effort. Am I right?
Effort.
Delaying the effort.
So next, what would be the solution for it? May not be 100% solution, at least a better solution for this regression testing.
Automation.
Automation.
Right? Automation. Right. What do you mean by automation here? Simple. Okay, let us come back now. Assume that somebody is asking you to test this Google manually. What is the procedure you are going to follow? Let us just quickly document it. Okay, let us quickly document it. Tell me what we do first. First
Open the
step is
browser.
Open the browser. Open the browser. Second
Enter
step,
the URL.
Enter
There is
the
the
link.
link.
enter the URL. Third step, enter the input.
Username.
Something, okay, just put it. And then you perform the verification. Am I right? Verify is it working or not. This is the typical process. And last step is close the browser. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Let me take one more application. My favorite ActiveTime application. I'll take it. I'm using it from so many years. Okay. Now somebody asks you to test this login feature. What you will do? You will log into this application. You enter username. Okay. What is username?
Admin.
Can
Admin.
you see the username
Admin
here?
manager. Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen any application where username and password is there on the login screen only?
No.
No.
Yes, I see. Most confidential software on this earth is this ActiveTime, right? They will display username and password only. So admin and manager. Click on login. What would happen when I click on login?
We go to home page.
Home page.
Should go to
Be
home.
displayed.
So upon successful.
Is it working?
Yes.
Yes. Now, whatever I did it by myself. Banu did it. Banu used keyboard and mouse. You tested here. So this is called as manual testing. What is it called as?
Manual testing.
Now, what is the issue with manual testing? Banu should sit in front of the computer. He should do all this activity manually. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? When it comes to manual testing, Banu should do it all these things by himself. That is called as manual testing. But if this is the case, usually assume that Can we do manual testing on weekends where office is closed? Is it practically feasible?
No.
Is it feasible to do it on the midnight?
No.
No. So always there is a dependency for it. So this is the reason what we do. We go for automation. What do you mean by automation? We use a tool. We use some tools. So many tools are there. One of the tool is Selenium. We use a tool. What Selenium does it do any magic? No, it doesn't do any magic. It just does what exactly manual test engineer does. The only difference is it does little bit fast. That's all, right? So what do you mean by that? Instead of I am opening the browser on behalf of me, Selenium will open the browser. Instead of I am entering the URL on behalf of me, Selenium will enter the URL. Instead of I am entering username and password, clicking on login button on behalf of me, Selenium does it. Whatever the testing I'm doing it, instead of me, Selenium does it. That is called as automation testing. What is it called as?
Automation testing.
Okay, so performing this automatically, performing any task automatically, that is called as automation. And in that I'm doing testing here, so I'll do it automatically. So in this example, when I say automation testing, so you must know the other fundamentals also. Probably if anybody's freshers are there, so they might ask you, give me examples for automation tools, right? They might ask you to give example for automation tool. One already I know, what is that? Selenium. Can you guys ping me any other tool you might have heard about it in the chat rather than answering it in the voice? It's always better. Very good. QTP. UFT is another name for QTP. Sahi, yes, very good. SOAP UI is for API testing. Playweight, yes. Selendroid, yes. Yes. I hope you heard about Silk test. Test complete. Right. Yes, Lisa. Load runner. Load runner is there, but load runner is a different tool. Okay, but let me write it. Load runner. Right. We have Appium. We have Appium. We have JMeter. Yes, Pushpak. Very good. Pankaj. Very good. Any other thing you heard about it? Okay, like this you can list out 100+ tools here. Okay, now out of this, let us quickly recall it. Any idea what is the use of this JMeter load runner? Any idea why do we use it?
Performance center.
That is for performance testing.
Performance testing.
I'm going to ignore that. Okay. Any idea? This Appium? You might have already Googled it.
Mobile testing.
Mobile application testing. That is not I'm going to teach you. Right now, this is for API. I'm going to ignore it. Now, if you observe it, there are tools are there. Let me take a couple of them. For example, example number 1, Selenium. Example number 2, QTP. What is the difference between these two? Very, very simple. QTP is a commercial tool. Selenium is an open source tool. QTP is UFT. QTP or UFT? What type of tool it is? Commercial tool. Selenium is open source tool. What is the meaning? If you want to use UFT, you have to pay money to the owner. Earlier it was HP. Now it is Microfocus something. I forgot the name of the company. Right? It has been under new company. You can Google it. You'll get it. So this is a paid tool. You need to purchase a license. When I say you, not you literally, company will purchase a license. It will cost a lot of money for them. Whereas when it comes to Selenium, Selenium is free. And not only it is free, Selenium is open source. I'll talk about it right now. Out of this, of course, why are we learning Selenium? Because it's very, very good in the demand, right? And of course, there are other things are picking up in the market, such as you might have heard about it. API automation is also very good in the market. And there is another reason why Selenium is popular. Okay, we'll talk about it. So just for your quick reference, we'll share a document. Don't worry about it. So number 1, Selenium. So why Selenium? Number 1, it is free. What is the meaning of free? Should I purchase a license? Is it necessary?
No.
No, no need to purchase. Next, number 2, open source. Any idea what is the meaning of open source?
Code.
We can see the source code.
We can see the source
Can
code.
see the source code of what? Source code of what? Selenium software.
Selenium.
Only we can see that. Right? We can see the source code of Selenium itself. Free. That means no need to purchase license. Okay. No licensing is required. No need to pay anything. Right? Completely free. You can do that. Number three. There are other free tools are there. Other open source tools are there. Why Selenium? Because Selenium supports many coding languages. Example. Sir, I know Java. Can I use Selenium? Yes. I know Python. Should I learn Java? No. Selenium supports Python. You write your Selenium code in Python only. I know .NET, C#. I know. Can I write code or should I learn Java? No, you can write it here. I know PHP. Can I write it? Yes, you can do that. Okay. So like this, approximately, recently I never counted. Okay, approximately it will support 13 plus languages. How many coding languages supported by Selenium? 13 plus languages. These are all some of the popular languages I'm listing out here. Of course, it supports JavaScript, so on. So. Okay. Now, what is the advantage? More people can use Selenium. What do you mean by more people? If people already know Java, they can use it. People already know Python, they can use it. It is not restricted to one specific language. Okay. And Selenium is basically a platform independent tool. Platform independent tool. What do you mean by platform independent?
It can work on any operating system.
Yes, any operating system. You need not worry about it. It works on Windows. It works on any flavor of Unix, Linux. It works on a Mac, right? Everywhere you can use it. That's another advantage of using Selenium. Okay. Last but not the least, it will support almost all the popular browsers. Right? Selenium supports all the popular browsers. Okay. What are the browsers? You might have heard about it.
Chrome,
Safari,
Chrome,
Firefox.
okay. Chrome, Safari,
Safari.
Firefox,
Mozilla. Firefox. Edge.
Edge. Papa, recently one browser is died. Which is that?
IE.
It's almost on the deathbed because Microsoft officially said we are not going to support anymore. Okay. So like this, okay, Opera. Have you heard about Opera?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like this, many browsers are there. Almost, I'm not saying every browser, all the popular browsers are supported by Selenium. Okay. And let me repeat it. In interview, they might ask you, why are you choosing Selenium? Why Selenium is popular? So many points are there. One of the point is, major important reason is Selenium is free. What is the meaning of free? Should I pay money and purchase a license, or anybody can use it without paying any money?
Without paying any money.
I can. Okay, next. Can I see the source code of Selenium?
Yes.
Yes. Can I download it? Yes.
Yes.
If I am able to download it, can I change the source code? Can I customize it according to my company project need?
Yes.
That is a major advantage of this open source. Okay. Next. When I say Selenium, should I learn only one language, or if I know some other language, can I use it?
Yes.
Many languages.
Many language supports. Almost all major languages are supported. It works here. And is it specific to any operating system, or I can use it in any of the operating system?
Any operating system.
Any operating system I can use it, right? Most of the cases. Okay. And it supports many browsers. Now, okay, Selenium looks good. Does it have any disadvantage? Of course, it has a disadvantage. Observe which software it supports, I said. What it is supporting?
Browser.
Am I right? Okay. Assume that I want to test this application. Which is this application?
Calculator.
Calculator. What type of application? Is it a web-based application?
Standalone.
Standalone application. Can I test it using Selenium?
No.
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 Cannot do that. Okay.
No.
Now, Zoom is what type of application? All of us are using Zoom. What type of application? Zoom.
Web-based.
Light.
It has got many. It has got many. Number one, Zoom server is there somewhere in China. They are recording everything what you say. Careful. Okay, na? I'm just kidding. Can I open the Zoom using the web browser?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It has a web client also. Can I install a Zoom application on my desktop and open it?
Yes, sir.
That becomes a client server
Yes,
application. What type of application?
Client
Client.
server application.
If you open it in a browser, it becomes what type of application? Web application.
Web
Web
browser.
application.
Can I open Zoom in the mobile phone? Some of you are using it.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a mobile application then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, second.
API.
Okay. Now look at this. Using Selenium, can I test all the Zoom versions? Sorry, you cannot test it. You can test only.
Web
Application.
You cannot test client server.
Client server.
We cannot test mobile. You need to use some other tool. Okay, applications. Example here, you can use some other QTP or something. You can do that. Okay. And Selenium people only gave one more software called Vinium. What's the software?
Vinium.
Vinium. That is a failure project, not so successful. And for this, we have mobile for application. We have Appium, which is also part of this Selenium project, but it's a second, right? Okay. So what is the major disadvantage of Selenium?
We can't
We can
test
test
all
only
kinds of
Standalone
We
application.
can test
server,
only web
web
application.
browser.
Okay, we can test only web application. Are we testing the browser or are we testing the application present inside the browser?
Application.
application
present inside the
present.
browser.
Don't say that we are testing browser. No, no, no. We are not testing browser. We are testing the application which opens in the browser, right? Any question till this?
No, sir.
Too
No,
much
sir.
of theory, I know. Okay, so it's too much of theory, I know. Okay.